All right, welcome to the Swerve Show. It's May, y'all.
Yes.
And it's cold.
It's 50 degrees in Washington, D.C. So, of course, we are here with the Swerve Show. I'm Jamil Fletcher, publisher of Swerve Magazine. We have Your Day Noir. I guess he's top left. Hey, we look like the Brady Bunch.
We do.
We got Lawrence Evans, L Train at the bottom here.
Hey.
Oh.
How come I can't see everybody at one time?
Gallery view.
I don't know. Is that me? Is that my screen doing that? All right, so y'all, what's going on? So of course,
Tony Nelson.
it's Tony Nelson, the legendary Tony Nelson.
Legend.
Hello.
And Tony got a ring. Look, he got the little ring spotlight. I love it.
You can see it in my eyes.
Yes.
All in your eyes.
Oh well.
So y'all, this is our first. This is May Day. I guess that's what it's called. One day after Cinco de Mayo.
May Day is May 1st.
Oh, is it? Ooh, okay.
That's what I always thought.
Anyway, our May issue is still not finished yet, but it will be finished by next week. But we still have our March-April issue still hot on the stands featuring George Mizrahi. I would assume we're showing that. Yes. All right. And then, of course, we also have advertising opportunities both on the show and in the magazine. So I hope we're showing that. Yes. Yes, we are. All right. Okay, well, let's keep it moving, y'all. News. Tell me, coronavirus.
Rona's still here.
Rona's about to get worse and worse. These fools running around like they ain't got no good sense.
But they're opening stuff up. Georgia. Who else? Florida opening beaches.
I think Maryland is opening up this week, right? They're starting to open stuff up this week.
With
Maryland.
Certain
Maryland,
beaches, Ocean City.
Say that again.
Ocean City Beach.
Oh, Ocean City. Okay.
Yeah. So this is what I find interesting. So we live in the district, right? Ocean City, we're supposed to be. We have a well, y'all live in the district. We have a stay-at-home order, even here in Prince George's County. So my question is, can I go to Ocean City Beach for a day and come back? Questions.
You already know the answer to that.
can you or should you?
Can I?
You can. Should you? No.
That's what I'm wondering. Does this make sense for, jurisdictions? We've got these boundaries are fluid. So
does it make sense that Trump is still in office?
No.
Okay. And there you have
it. But the virus is still impacting Black folks around the country more so than ever.
And this administration don't care. In fact, if it was up to them, all the colors would be dead before November.
You really think that?
Well, they need us. Somebody's gotta work on the assembly line.
I said what I said. If it was up to this administration, all the colors would be dead before November.
It would definitely help things out for him.
But somebody's got to do the work. We need the Latino people. We need everybody. This food supply thing is killing me. I'm like, oh my God, there's no steaks in the grocery store. Have y'all noticed that?
What grocery store are you going to?
Giant.
Oh, that's your problem right there.
I feel like beef is all I see in the grocery stores anymore.
The pickles are very slim.
No pork, no fish, but beef is sitting there like, somebody want me? Just laid out.
Yes, I got my freezers full.
Are you serious?
I was gonna have a ribeye tonight, and I changed my mind. I said, "Well, that'll make me sleepy."
I couldn't find a ribeye. But anyway,
you need to stop going to Giant. Go to Harris Teeter. Go right to that butcher section. They sell it to you right there. You just get one. That's all you need.
Well, and I don't have a Harris Teeter. I'm in Prince George's County. We have
Lidl.
Huh?
Check out Lidl.
Lidl? Oh. No, we have that other one. What is it? Not Whole Foods.
Trader Joe's, Shopper.
No, the other one, Wegmans.
Oh,
I could do it. I heard.
that's an exciting.
I've only been to Wegmans like one time.
You don't
It's
need to go
cute.
back.
Wegmans they have live bands and everything in there.
Hey JJ, thank you for joining in.
Hey JJ, I see him. There he is. Well, look, y'all. Well, enough about coronavirus for now. Anyway, we got some bars. The gay bars around the country are closing, including in the district. So Ziegfeld's is gone. The Eagle's gone. And Tony, you were saving Ziegfeld. So what are your thoughts?
Well, look, we were saving the Ziegfeld's show, but I would say Darryl Wilson's first and third Fridays was definitely the saving grace for Ziegfeld. Nobody expected that show to last for 15 months.
It was the breath of life.
Really?
15 months.
Well, the blacks knew. We knew.
Well, except for us.
Yeah.
And except for us, we weren't surprised. So we were there for a while, and I know Darryl Wilson is. He's a promoter. He's not gonna. This is not gonna stop his shine. He's gonna find someplace. He's working on something as we speak. No doubt. No doubt. Come on.
I wish Darryl Wilson would just go ahead and just get a club. It is. A
club is like a restaurant. Everybody thinks it's easy. It's hard because
everybody thinks it's easy, and then plus
every day. It may be hot one day a week, but you got to pay for every day of that week.
I just think that I think Darryl Wilson has an amazing track record over the years for being consistent with bringing good parties, good people.
He does a good party. He really does. He does an amazing.
He's just been
He's built up a brand, and he's got a team. He's got an operation.
Yeah, he does.
So we got to bring him on and talk about it.
But I do. He's working on other things. I'm sure. I haven't spoken to him directly, but I'm sure he is. And somebody said. I feel for the young entertainers. Because I know they're disappointed, and I brought a lot of entertainers to Ziegfeld's that probably would not have had an opportunity to be there, because they just wouldn't have. Because Ziegfeld was very selective. Because it took me 20 years to get there. From around the city. But I do want to say to those young kids out there, and I'm going to quote Alicia Kelly, it's not over for you. It's not over for you yet because this club closed. Every club that I have emceed a show at has closed. Eventually, it's going to close. That's part of life. It's not over. If you think your career is over doing drags or entertaining because this one stage, this curtain came down this one stage, you never had a career.
Right.
You're going to go on and you're going to go on and on and on and on. It's not
what
the
about
house.
The other clubs? I wonder, like Monster in New York, are they still open? What about Buns in Baltimore? Are they still open?
Is Buns?
I don't know. I think Buns is gone.
I think Buns is closed now officially.
Already gone. But anyway, so that's something that happened, y'all, in the news. Another thing I just heard about is this case in Georgia where they shot this brother on the street jogging around the neighborhood.
Jogging while black.
In February. And now they didn't arrest the guys, and now that there's video out showing them shooting him, now everyone's up in arms. Have y'all seen the video?
Oh, I saw it. I saw it this morning on Good Morning America. They did a whole story on it. Oh. That was my first time seeing it. And I was sitting literally on my couch on the verge of tears that this happened again, like jogging while black.
But it happened in February.
It happened in February. But they were saying that they were not going to be able to bring it to court because the courthouses are getting ready to open back up. So once the courthouses open back up, then they can.
But then those guys should be in jail. They should be arrested.
But it's the father because it's a father and son team that killed him.
Mm-hmm.
The father worked for
was a former cop, was a former policeman,
like the investigator for the county or something like that. So he's connected basically.
We haven't made an arrest yet?
No, they're not arrested.
No.
They're not arrested.
They're sitting at home chilling.
It was self-defense or something. So they've been out
No,
until this video came out.
They said they were making a citizen arrest because they had had several robberies in the neighborhood. But the catch-22 with the citizen's arrest is you have to actually see a person in the middle of a crime in order to do a citizen's arrest. But they made an assumption because they said that they kept seeing him on the cameras. He's jogging.
Right, in the neighborhood that he lives.
Now, also too, mind you, the first thing that came to my mind is they shot this man because he's jogging while black. Meanwhile, just last week, we had a whole bunch of white folk with guns at somebody's Capitol.
At the Capitol.
Spitting and yelling at police officers.
right.
And ain't nobody dead.
At the Capitol. Not only were they did that in front of the elected officials coming in and out. Nobody's arrested, no nothing. Right.
This is America. This is so infuriating, but I don't understand. The things that bothered me with this as well is when it came down to the administration, so far, and correct me if I'm wrong, but 45 has not made a statement yet.
At all. Biden has though.
Right. Biden has. And I don't care, even if he went in and just said, this is a really bad situation, we're going to look into it or something. Acknowledge this.
Acknowledge it happened.
The fact that it's not
he wants to send the Attorney General's office to look into people kneeling football players kneeling and stupid shit like that.
Right. You know, come on. Like, I think that is a clear sign when you start looking at equality and wondering how things are going to play out over the next 4 years, depending on how you vote. That right there should let anybody who is of any skin hue other than white understand how they should be looking. I mean,
well, look at what they did with, we've got a whistleblower now who is probably going to testify in Congress, and maybe Dr. Fauci is going to testify in Congress, but supposedly, they were trying to give contracts for this drug that hadn't been tested to some cronies.
Are you talking about Dr. Bright?
Yes.
Yeah. Dr. Bright was given, Vanity Fair actually did a whole article on it, and they actually posted, I think they posted like copies of, I think they had copies of the
report is like an 80-page report or something.
Right, something about the emails or something, but underlined in the emails, they wanted to basically push through this drug that was killing people off,
that ain't been tested,
helping, and they wanted to push it through New York and New Jersey in particular. Is get it out there, get it into New York and New Jersey ASAP is kind of what it was given.
That was killing people.
Dr. Bright was given, not on my watch, right. And I'm leaving. And not only am I going to do that, but I'm going to fill out a whistleblower's report.
That particular drug. My mom has rheumatoid arthritis, and that's the drug that they prescribe to most rheumatoid arthritis and people who have rheumatoid and lupus. That drug is so powerful. They had to take, and my mother's had rheumatoid arthritis her entire life. They had to take her off of it, and it's for what she has. So how do you think that's going to work on somebody else? It's not. That's not what it's for.
But can we test it? I mean, can we test it? It might be the dosage or something, but can we test it? It's got to be.
It's a very, very, very. It's very powerful.
It's almost equivalent to what the cocktail was for HIV when it first came out.
You mean AZT, like AZT was?
AZT, yeah, AZT. Right. When it first came out.
That testing process is a very long process. Like when you look at these labs and everything, when people keep on complaining about it, they don't understand why it's going to take a year or more for a vaccine. Like, first you just have to do like clinical trials, and these clinical trials have to be approved. And of course, whether people like it or not, they start on animals that have respiratory systems like ours before they can even put it or start testing it on people. Mm-hmm. Because otherwise, you start looking into a situation like the Tuskegee Airmen, where you're just using humans unknowingly to be like guinea pigs, and that's completely unethical. It takes a long time to get all this stuff through. And the fact that they were trying to rush that.
But he had a vested interest. That's why he was pushing that drug in particular. I mean, that's our president, y'all. We got to get rid of it.
As one of my best friends would always say, Maurice always says, follow the coin. It'll tell the story.
Well, yeah.
Follow the coin.
One other news item, Joe Biden and this sex scandal, where his former aide is claiming that she was harassed and abused. What are your thoughts?
BS. BS. Let me say about BS. BS. As we have said before, Barack Obama was the first Black president. Had anything gone wrong, he had to be cleaner than the Board of Health in order to get through.
Yeah,
8 years. 8 years he got through. No
cigarettes.
They were looking for something. If that was available, they would have found it and smeared it while Biden was in office.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to agree there. I don't like to look at the victim and say, oh, I don't think so or whatever. But in this situation, it's really surprising that after he spent all of that time in office, nothing was found.
8 years as VP. Really? So I don't know. What are your thoughts, Tony? Anything?
I'm conflicted. I mean, I really am. I'm conflicted. I mean, I agree with Lawrence and L Train and Yarday, but I don't want to say that. I mean, what if it is true? I mean, these guys have gotten away with so much for so long. People have gotten away with harassing and sexually victimizing people. Right. So you just never know. I mean, so I think if they sweep it under the rug, it won't bear well for him. He does not have the difference between he and, let's not even talk about whether or not we think it's true or not. The difference between the Democrats and the Republicans is that the Republicans don't give a damn. They don't care.
Trump didn't care.
They didn't care. They don't care that he. They don't care. They don't care what people think. They don't care what people say. They're going to push their agenda. And the Democrats, I think they need to get behind him and not fold, or they need to, but it's going to, anyway you cut it, it's going to look like, oh, but what about, what's his name, Gorsuch? And what about all these other people? And now you, what are you saying? So it's a sticky situation. We just have to see how. I'm just interested in seeing how it's going to work itself out. And in the interim, I think this. I mean, I hate to say it, I think Ruth Bader Ginsburg is in the hospital
again, right? But she's also working remotely. Yeah. They said she was on the calls today.
She was
but she's 88 years old.
She's
old on, baby. She's ill on.
Here's the thing: if she passes away, and Trump gets to put another,
that's it. That's what, 6 instead of 6 versus 3.
It is a wrap.
But Clarence Thomas is coming. He's going to leave soon. I think he's holding on. He's going to leave. Try to leave when the Democrats in office. Believe it or not. He's having some changes of thoughts. But how do you unbalance that? But then again, with that said, if I'm not saying I want her to pass away, but if she does expire, and Trump gets to put another judge in, maybe the Republicans won't be so hell bent on backing him up anymore. They'll be like, okay, now you done what we need you to do. Because I mean McConnell's loading up all the judges. He had the people back voting today on some judges. But anyway, we need to get moving.
Shout out to Tony Fletcher who posted it. He said,
I know, wasn't that funny?
He said the only reason the woman she's talking now is because her GOP check cleared.
I hope it was enough. All right, y'all. So there's a video I got to show. So PJ, it's not the census video. I got to show Todrick Hall's mask, gloves, soap, and scrubs. Did y'all see that?
I haven't seen it yet.
I saw.
I love Todrick.
Hit that, PJ.
Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs, tick tock, Grub, hub, twings, jocks, bears, cubs. Zoom is the new club. 6 feet, no hugs. Still beat these mugs. Sick beat, cut a rug. Joe Exotic is a thug. Kitty cat, tell me Carol Baskin. Where is the husband? Everyone's asking. Stimulus check, everybody better cash in. Mask and gloves, yeah, that's a new fashion. Girl, what did that girl just say, girl? Girl, I don't go to work. I don't leave, I stay. I don't care, I eat and sleep all day. And then I watch TV. That's just the tea, hunty. But till they set us free, then I'ma let you see. What you gonna let them see? My mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs.
My mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs.
No school, gym closed. Don't touch these clothes. Need food, this blows. Line at Trader Joe's. At home, gym, fish. Don't come close. Just wave, blow a kiss. Mask for mask, sis. Left, right, swiping on Tinder. What was life like? I can't remember. Needing my haircut, somebody shave her. Where is all of the toilet paper? Girl, what did that girl just say, girl? Girl, I don't go to work. I don't leave, I stay. I don't care, I eat and sleep all day. And then I watch TV. That's just the tea, hunty. Until they set us free, then I'ma let you see. What you gonna let them see? My mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs.
My mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs.
Okay, dolls, y'all know what time it is. Come on, stay inside and lock the door. Stay inside and lock the door. Now I want you to grab that sponge, grab that broom, get your shout, get your bleach. Cause I know you want to dance, but it's time to clean that dirt. Come on, mop for me, 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 mop. Tongue pop for me, pop for me. 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 Now spray for me, 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 spray. Stay away from me, away from me, away from me, away from me, away. Stay away from me, away from me, away from me, away from me, away. Now sweet for me, 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 sweet. Now sleep for me, 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 sleep. Fold close for me, close for me, close for me, close for me, close. Fold close for me, close for me, close for me, close for me, close. Hit the wall for me, the wall for me, the wall for me, the wall for me, the wall. Hit the wall for me, the wall for me, the wall for me, the wall for me, the wall. Now squirt for me, 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 squirt. Now twerk for me, 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 twerk for me. Hands on your knees for me, your knees for me, your knees for me, your knees for me. Hands on your knees for me, your knees for me, your knees for me, your knees for me, your knees. Fabrice for me, 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 Fabrice. That's all. I'm Todrick Hall, and thanks for watching. If you like this video.
All right, y'all. That was Todrick Hall. So he's so creative. So go, Todrick.
I loved it.
Tony, I was curious. You didn't recognize none of the girls in the video, none of the performers?
Huh?
Did you recognize any of the performers in the video? You, Lawrence?
I didn't see any black people in there besides Glozell.
Amber Riley was in there. Tamar Braxton was in there.
Oh, that must have been earlier.
There were a number of black people in that. Don't start that with Lawrence.
How come all his songs sound just alike?
That's a remake of a song that he's done. It's just a spoof.
Oh, I was wondering, I said, haven't I heard that song before?
Yeah. It's
okay, that makes
Nails, hair, heels.
Yeah, right. That's it. Anyway, ooh, the kids are hating on Todrick Hall. Anyway, so y'all,
Todrick is creative. He is very creative.
He is. He's creative. He is. You got to give him that.
I ain't mad at him.
And he's talented. So anyway,
is it? I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just kidding.
Tony Nelson, y'all. Tony Nelson. Anyway. Look, let's
He's
go to
no
what's
Erica
hot.
Bad dude.
Your day.
And who and what does that mean?
Side eye, press lip.
Not Erica. Come on. Okay, move on.
That's the Uncle Wendy purse right there.
If I hear her try to do Shaka Khan Stay one more time, I'm gonna scream.
Ooh,
Erica Badu. I'm like, don't sing that
Erica.
song. Don't sing that. Anyway.
Why?
I like Erica's version.
Okay.
Oh, I did too.
Okay. We all entitled.
Wow.
Let's go to Hot Topics.
Wow. Wait a minute.
Shaka is Shaka.
Hey, Lamar, thank you for tuning in.
Hey, Lamar. Let's go to Hot Topic, y'all. Obama is speaking at a few virtual graduations. Did y'all hear about this?
It is one virtual graduation. No, it's two.
Well, there's several. There's something when he's doing one for the HBCUs. Watch Me Walk.
There are two major things. One is a nationally televised commencement ceremony for all of 2020 high school grads. That's going to be.
I didn't hear about that one.
It's going to be on every channel.
It's
going to be on every channel, and he's speaking at that one. Then they're doing the Walk for Me is specifically for HBCUs. That is on a separate day.
Wow, is that going to be televised too?
So this is what I say. These are the actions of a real president and first lady.
You know, this existing president is going to be furious.
The hell with
well,
him.
how many is he doing?
Obama's on every television network.
How many will 45 be doing?
He was supposed to be doing West Point. Did they do that already?
West Point.
They forced those kids to come back.
And they're making them show up for the physical graduation. It's a mess.
Oh my goodness.
But you know what though? I think we're jumping to conclusions because we know that once the Obamas step up and say things and do speeches and things, we know that at that point, the plagiarizers will be able to create a script for Melania to be able to then.
Melania did that whole speech.
Right.
The whole speech.
So I think we're jumping to conclusions because, there's a whole lot of people that are going to graduate during summer school, and that's when she's going to jump in there. So let's give her props. She's coming. She's thinking about it. We're just jumping ahead. That's all. We're just assuming that she's not going to do her part.
That girl did the whole speech.
The whole damn speech.
She did the whole speech.
She's a fraud. And so is her damn husband.
Hey, Ronald.
I just like her. I just like her just as much, or if not more, than him.
I think she's a Russian spy.
I always said that. I've always said that.
She was paid. She was a mail order bride. That's
exactly. She came in a box.
But she popped out a baby. She said, "I'm gonna pop me out a baby. You will not treat me like Marla. You will not do it."
Well, Marla popped out a baby too.
She sure did, but she popped out.
Girl, I'm Russian. I will cut you.
Po Tiffany.
I still can't get over her doing the whole speech.
But Tiffany, all right. Tiffany's marrying a multi-billionaire. Honey. She all right.
Anyway,
really good for her.
Some other good.
Didn't want to be a Trump.
Another good topic, y'all. Jericho Brown and Michael R. Jackson won Pulitzer Prizes. So two Black gay men won Pulitzer Prizes. Jericho for poetry for his what is it? It's traditional poetry book, and then Michael R. Jackson for this play called the something loop. Let's show it.
Wow.
And actually I got a trailer for the play. PJ, let's run that trailer for the play.
I just long for the days when musicals were quieter and more centered around the lives and concerns of civilized property-owning adults.
I am a Disney usher, I'm barely scraping by. My discontentment comes in many shapes and sizes. When I wake up each morning, I tell myself to try. I tell myself that I will make no compromises. You write musicals? Yeah. Awesome. Have you seen Hamilton?
We want to know what's going on in New York.
Excuse me.
It's your daily self-loathing. Look, I had some time to kill. I thought I'd stop by to remind you just how truly worthless you are.
Cause after what me and your dad went through to send your black booty to NYU, it appears you'd be just running around and without any direction.
Snagging a man is like finding affordable housing in this town. There's a long wait list and the landlords discriminate, okay? Each time I try to chart my course, wild horses throw me off by force.
I don't think you're being totally stupid. I do think you might be overcomplicating.
The same old story, lurching after glory.
I'm not gonna stop asking until I get an answer, son.
And I fall short. I want you to like my writing, my music, this show.
Blackness, queerness, fighting back to fill this cis and all white space
with a portrait of a portrait of a portrait of a black queer face
and a choir full of black queer voices, treble clef
and also bass
that are casting spells to conjure up a
big black and queer ass American Broadway.
Big black and queer ass American Broadway.
Big black and queer ass American Broadway.
Big black and queer ass
American Broadway.
Big black and queer ass
American Broadway. Show.
Now, how you like them apples?
All right. Are we back? PJ?
We're back.
And we're back. Let's see.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hey, wow. That looks great. Well, congratulations to those two guys. I mean, I haven't heard anything from Jericho in years.
I want to just say that I am super excited because I didn't realize this was the play. There's a trans actress. There's one trans actress in this play, and she is from Washington, D.C. She went to Duke Ellington School of the Arts, graduated class of 1996. I am super excited because I wanted to go to New York to see this because I knew she was in it. And
so it's like
excited to find out the writer.
Now that it won a Pulitzer, maybe it'll.
Yeah, I'm super excited for them. That is amazing.
And maybe we'll bring it to DC. Maybe, I don't know. That looks great, Tony. We got to see that. I know you like a musical.
I do. A good one. Yes.
What's your favorite one?
Believe it or not, my favorite musical of all time, I have several. Broadway musical, I love Hairspray. I love the Broadway version of it. Those are the up-to-date ones. I love Gypsy.
Ooh.
So many I love.
I heard they were doing a black version of that.
Of Gypsy?
Yeah. Someone
they
told me
should.
that.
They should. They really, really should. I like Dreamgirls a lot. I've seen some not so great productions of it though. And I've seen really good productions. If it's not a good production, it's just bad.
You didn't like The Wiz?
Oh, I love The Wiz. But see, I saw The Wiz, the original cast of The Wiz. I'm just dated myself.
My favorite musical is Little Shop of Horror. That's my favorite musical.
Yes, I was trying to pull Little Shop of Horrors out my behind. My all-time favorite Broadway show tune is Suddenly Seymour.
Oh, voice come through.
I love West Side Story.
West Side Story is a good one too.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones. I'm not really that crazy about a lot of the more modern ones now. They get a little bit like I didn't love Color Purple.
I did.
And you and I saw that together.
I like both of them. I like the second one more than I like the first one.
Right. Yeah, we went to see it together. I liked it. I didn't love it.
I
didn't love it. Maybe because we didn't see it with the great Heather Headley. That could have did it.
That's
true. Heather Headley, if I could just go off script real quick, Heather Headley is the number one most underrated singer in the world. That woman's voice is
a gift.
What is she doing these days?
Oh,
she's tweeting, and if you tweet her, she'll tweet you back.
And follow her.
She's still recording.
She's amazing.
She's still recording, but it's just the things that woman could do with her voice. And if I would have loved to see her play Sugar Avery. I mean, she came in and and owned. They said that she owned that role.
I saw the production with her in it, and I was in the first row, and I remember there was a scene where she was crying, and I was like, "What is that falling on the ground?" Because it looked like part of her costume, like she had like crystals or something falling. And I was looking closer, and it was her tears.
Oh,
like, literally had tears falling and hitting the ground, and I was like, okay, so not only is she an amazing singer, but she is an actress.
She's a performer.
She killed it. I was amazed.
Yeah, she is incredible. She's incredible. Aida was good too. She was amazing in that.
I still haven't seen Hamilton. I want to see that.
I haven't either. Those tickets are hella expensive.
But my question is, who's in it now?
Speaking of Hamilton, Hamilton was supposed to come to the Kennedy Center
again,
right?
And it is they were saying that they have to cancel it, and they were just looking at the schedule for 2021, and they don't think they're going to be able to squeeze it in 2021 either.
Oh wow! I do want to see the Tina Turner project too, because I heard that girl is amazing.
Before y'all throw rotten lemons at me, I am not a Tina Turner fan.
Say it again, man.
I've never been a Tina Turner fan.
Nothing of hers. Not Let's Stay Together. Her remake of Let's Stay Together, I thought was timeless. I thought that was nice.
She has some songs that I like. Okay, and I do Private Dancer at the show, but I was never enamored with her.
Why?
Like a lot of people have been, huh?
Why is that?
I don't know. I'm not really sure. I mean, it is really nothing against. I have nothing bad to say about her. I just was never like bowled over to go see her in concert or any of that.
You didn't dislike her. You just didn't like her.
Yeah, I didn't dislike her. But I just
I head over heels for her.
Yeah, I just didn't fall all in for her. Chicken winging.
Well, I really liked how they brought her, how they rejuvenated her career when they brought her back, even though she was older. She was so relevant, and it was so.
Yeah,
music was contemporary.
I was cheering. Yeah, and somebody else is who's like that with me, and people kill me from my city. I was never a Janet Jackson fan. I mean, I like her, but I never.
We call her Whispers.
The Whispers.
Janet has never claimed to be a vocalist. She's always claimed to be.
She hasn't. But one thing I will say, I'm definitely not part of the whole.
The microphone falls off and goes across the floor. Her voice is still coming.
And I'm always happy for her, and I'm always happy for her success, and I'm always happy when the people who love her are happy. Get so excited about her. But I just never got into the whole.
You never been like, oh, Janet.
I never got into the rush of it. No.
Jenny can lay down some background vocals, though. I'll give her that. And that's like not even being shady. Like she can really lay down some background vocals where it's just her voice layered upon layers. And it sounds good. I mean,
and she has a pretty voice when she sings, but it's just, they got to push her. But thank God for Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, baby.
But I also realized too, if you've been to the last, because I like Janet, I'm not a Janet fanatic. So I have in my friend circle, them hoes love Janet.
We'll travel across the country to see her.
So I want you to know the last 2 times I saw Janet, I recognized that she recognized that she's getting older. And so there's segments in the concert where she actually sits on a chair. One, she actually had a gown on. She crossed her legs. And she sang nice and softly.
She does that in all her shows, though.
I mean, and I just, when I was watching, I was like, oh, she recognizes.
So I'm okay. So Tony's been dodging Rotten Tomatoes, so I'm about to dodge some as well. I just imagine a Janet Jackson ballad session to be as comfortable to watch as a Mariah Carey dance break. Like it's not
that bad. She's got a pretty voice. She's got a pretty voice. It's not as bad as Mariah trying to do a two-step. But that girl can't.
Mariah can't sing and dance at the same time. That just cannot happen.
At the same time. She just can't dance.
But the interesting thing to me about Janet, they said the show in Vegas was different. And I'm wondering if it was so different because, in Vegas, 80% of your shows got to be live.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
If you bill it as being live, at least 80% of it or more has to be live for real. And they will come get you for that. So they said her show was different. They said she wasn't moving around as much. And I was like, yeah, because you got to sing.
Yeah, I just know, like, whenever I've seen Janet perform, I've always really been into a lot of her music. And I'm a fan, not a super fan, but I'm a fan. But I will say, when it gets to some of the slow songs, when she's done, like, I Get Lonely Again and a couple of others, I kind of hold my breath because I'm just like, okay, you could do it. So, yeah, that's I don't know. Like,
my favorite album from her.
And she's found her groove. As long as she's found her groove, and she's a professional.
Right. She's an icon. I give her that. My favorite album from her, though, Rhythm Nation. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis put down some funky music for Rhythm Nation. I think
the Janet album is still my favorite.
That's mine.
Bob, and that album, you can play from the beginning and just let it run.
When If came out, that was it.
That's my favorite video, though. She looks gorgeous in that video. Right. Who's the girl that does her that like lives off of doing Janet?
The what?
Like, who's the girl that does her like if Janet dyed her hair auburn, that girl dyed her hair auburn?
Which one?
in DC, Lady Tony.
But there was one girl that I think she was in Atlanta. She actually thought she was Janet Jackson.
Jasmine Bonet.
Jasmine
Bonet. Yes. When she did the album cover, it was
for that promo.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson actually showed up to see her perform.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. So you could Google it, YouTube it when Janet Jackson walked on the stage.
Oh wow.
And she gags.
Well, flattery is the best form of mimicry is the best form of flattery. So,
have you all seen? Have anybody seen the show Hollywood?
Not yet. I heard it was good. How was it?
Something to behold.
Oh, the new show
on Netflix. I'm gonna watch that. Have you seen the whole thing?
Every last episode. Once you start, you're not gonna be able to turn it off.
How many episodes in it? How many episodes?
I want to say it's 4 or 5 hour-long episodes.
Okay. I'll be watching it tonight, along with Michelle Obama's Becoming documentary. That
Hollywood is something else.
Hollywood is me and Netflix. Me and Netflix are dating.
They bring back Hattie McDaniel in it, and it's really cute.
So, is it the light-skinned girl? Is she supposed to be Dorothy Dandridge?
It's based on Dorothy Dandridge, yes.
Okay.
But see, like, keep in mind, but they didn't call her Dorothy. They only had a few. They had Anna Mae Wong, the Asian actress who got discriminated against, Rock Hudson, and Dorothy Dandridge. I mean, not Dorothy Dandridge.
You said Hattie McDaniel.
Hattie McDaniel, and they had their backstories going on, and then these other characters were fictional, but
they were loosely based off of real people.
They were based on, like, the one girl was based on Dorothy Dandridge, but they reimagined their Hollywood awakening. And the black guy, his story of prostitution was kind of based after Ryan Murphy, and a cross between Ryan Murphy and Janet Mock. Because Janet Mock said about her prostitution and stuff like that. So it's it's very interesting, very well done.
Okay.
I'll start watching that tonight. I'll give it
it's a little sappy, but I like sappy. And Dylan McDermott can do no wrong for me.
Was it a music? Were there performance numbers in this?
No performance numbers, no. Okay. No. Patti LuPone looked like she wanted to break out in the song any minute, though.
Right. How do you have Patti LuPone in it and she doesn't sing anything? If she sang on Pose, she's gonna sing on everything.
Did she sing on Pose?
Yes.
But the show was so great. But let me tell you something. Just for Patti LuPone's costuming, her costuming alone.
Did you pick out something? Did you see something you wanted to steal?
The The whole wardrobe, her costuming was to die for.
I'll be watching it.
And I loved it because
inspired by.
I loved it because there are two 70-year-old women in the movie, Patti LuPone and Holland Taylor, and they have sexual lives and like he said, I don't believe in put expiration dates on people, and the fact that he is allowing these women to do more than just walk in and be somebody's mama. It just really it speaks
because they're so talented, because they're super talented, right?
It speaks volumes. So it was really, really, really well done, I thought.
Is Patty 70 now?
Patti LuPone is 71.
She doesn't look 71.
Wow.
Yeah, she's either 70 or 71. I know she's over 70.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's amazing.
So we got to make sure let's watch that, y'all. Let's watch it and come back and talk about it.
Oh, I'm starting it tonight because it was already. I saw it. Last night I was getting ready to start watching Netflix, and you halfway, you almost tired, but you was like, I'm not quite sleepy yet. And I saw the Michelle Obama documentary had dropped at midnight.
Okay, so we got to see that too.
And I saw Hollywood. I saw that. I was like, oh, that's new. And then I saw a black chick in one of the frames, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. So
but you great. You good that you clocked this. It's based on Dorothy Dandridge. That's really good.
So yeah, the whole thing. That was the whole story just reeked of it. And is there a Marilyn Monroe character in it? Because it looks like
there's a no. She's not Marilyn Monroe. She is. I know you're talking about, but she's not
James Mansfield. Is she James Mansfield?
I think she looks like James Mansfield. She's an actress that never really made it, but she's a fictional character. Mm-hmm. And then there's also Tallulah Bankhead. They have a Tallulah Bankhead in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to give it away.
Lamar
I'm not going to give the crossing of Tallulah Bankhead.
If you want it, you got to buy it. I'm not going to give it away.
Lamar said it didn't work for him. So Hollywood didn't do it for him. But it's 7 episodes. It's 7 episodes. That's what he said. 7 episodes.
It's 7 episodes. I thought it was really good.
I'll be watching it. I'll be watching it.
Well, that's on my list, y'all. Anything else? It looks like we're right at time a little bit. Anything else on y'all's mind? Anything else happening?
Michelle Obama's becoming. I'm excited.
Well, I can't get over. I saw the trailer, and we'll show the trailer next time. I can't get over how old these daughters are. I was like, who is that?
Sasha?
Well, both of them. Oh, one is who's the oldest one is a junior at Harvard. I was like,
which one was the baby? Already? The baby girl is what? Malia or Sasha?
Malia's the baby.
The baby.
She looks like Michelle more so than
the baby.
They're both cute girls. They're cute girls.
The baby is turning it, baby. But I was like, oh. Yeah.
But when they showed them, I kept thinking, who is that? And I was like, oh my God, those are those girls. They grew up.
Yeah, Sasha's the baby. Maria's the oldest one.
Right, that's what I thought. Sasha's the baby.
Sasha's the baby.
Sasha's turning.
Yeah, Sasha's the baby. She's 18.
Baby, she didn't drop that little baby fat that dropped off her. She is.
They just sprouted up like trees. They just went straight up.
Hey, I'm forgetting, Mama. Yes. Check a titty or two.
Well, good
not a titty, not the first lady's daughter.
PJ, how are we on time? PJ. No PJ.
We are out of time.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yo, we're going to say good night. Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We Zoomed it instead of Skype. So,
y'all.